We are drowning as cyber defenders. We're pummeled by AI powered threats. We just can't go on the way that we are today. We need to change the game. We see AI embedded in a lot of different products, but a lot of times it's just a black box and it's good for a specific purpose. But if a novel thing comes along that black box doesn't handle, then we're stuck. And we have to give up our most private, sensitive data about our networks and our users to a third party. What if I told you that you could change the game by building your own private AI driven SOC? Now, I think you have a lot of questions about this. Do I need a lot of data scientists, programmers? How do I even get started with this? It's actually a lot easier than you think. I'm going to break this down into process, technology, and people. We're going to establish a process where we're constantly delivering features to the SOC, and it's a repeatable process. We're going to start by building a roadmap, and we're going to handle the cases that we have blind spots in, automating those annoying, repetitive, high volume tasks. And we're going to prioritize those, looking at the most easiest to implement and the highest value. So we're going to take those two axes and we're going to pick the use case. We're going to go off and engineer the data. We need to get just the data that we need for this particular use case. We're going to focus in on that, not boil the ocean. We're going to train some models, and for this, we're going to make sure that the models that we train are both accurate and they have a low false positive rate. Once we've trained the models, then we're going to embed them in a data product. We're not going to just throw the data over the wall and hope that the analysts can do something useful with it. We're going to give them work products that they can use to make decisions. The final thing that we're going to do is we're going to monitor the program, and we're going to make sure that it's giving us the right results, that it's helping the analysts, and we're going to improve it constantly. Now, at the beginning, it might take you some time to get started, but as you build up more experience on your team and you get more data, you're going to get much faster at churning out these new use cases. Now, cyber data can be tricky. It can be siloed, unstructured, but there's a lot of low-code tools that we can use to build cyber pipelines that we need to deliver the data. One tool is Apache NiFi. It's really great at tapping into things like syslog feeds and building new pathways to get data from servers. And I see a lot of people shaking their head. Yeah, it's great. NiFi is awesome. So it's a really great way to build up any new pipelines that we need. We can leverage the CyberSec toolkit to help us transform that data from the unstructured data into data that's ready for analytics. And then we're going to drop that data into a data lakehouse. And we're going to optimize this data lakehouse for the maximum security and governance and sharing of the data. We're going to give that an iceberg format, open format, interoperable with many different tools. We're going to govern it so that we can share it safely. And we're going to give it an SQL standard access so that you can use all of your SQL tools on it. Now, once you have that data in the data lakehouse, it's already delivering value. You can do threat hunting, you can do incident response, you can build reports. But in order to build even more intelligence into the system, we can start to build models. And this you're going to have to do a little bit of coding, but there's a lot of tools out there. There's code assistance. There's DS Forensics with Jess Garcia. And then there's also lots of different examples, classes. SANS has a class for that as well. We're going to serve everything up with a scalable platform like KServe, and we can do this on any platform, on-premise, in the cloud, or in hybrid cloud, and we own all of our own data. Going over the people, we're going to start with a core group of motivated and curious people. These people are going to drive the program forward. We can augment them with some strategic staff to help us accelerate time to value. Finally, you can expand the team as you start to build up more capacity and more use cases. You can start to expand the team. And you're going to make sure that you're involving your analysts periodically to make sure that you're getting good results. They'll have ideas about use cases that they want you to implement or have feedback on the products that you're delivering. Before we had a black box AI, it only did what it was programmed to do. After, we have an AI driven SOC, which is private, that protects our data and can do anything. Cybersecurity is a big problem and no one organization can solve it. We need to collaborate in open source, and it's not going to get any easier. So I think you should start this today and build your own AI driven SOC. I'm Carolyn Duby. I'd love you to connect with me, and I have a set of resources. You can download those from the QR code. Thank you so much.